we going straight into this because I need to know some things.
Anything you want. I got you. I got you.
I'm gonna move out the way with y'all.
Nah, you the mediator, because we might come to that. I might need somebody right here.
Alright. Yo, welcome to Heart of Sports. We are back. Starting off going into the next season. We got the draft. Well, NBA draft just went past. NBA offseason reached its peak. And now, special guests in the building, Eddie Morris.
What up, man?
Our resident Magic fanatic.
The Orlando Magic.
Yeah, he's the Orlando
The
Magic fanatic.
Orlando Magic.
I'm just a fan. He's the fanatic. Papa Joe, per usual, Hart. But we already ready to get started because he has a lot of opinions about the Orlando Magic.
Opinions are fact.
He has a lot of opinions on the Orlando Magic.
Okay.
But we're going to go ahead and start with my first question for you. Before we even get started in this Orlando Magic stuff. Your expectations for the 23-24 season as an Orlando Magic fan. I need these right on wax for everybody to know.
My expectations
Yeah.
or where I think they can go.
Your expectations of what's going
The
to happen with the
expectation-
Orlando Magic this year.
The expectation is they come out, they make an impact. I'm not shooting for the play-in. I think they're better than playing. I think they should be a number 6, 7 seed.
Taking who out the playoffs?
Taking who? They don't have to take anybody out the playoffs. I mean, just look at the moves that was made this summer with some of the teams. Like, a lot of teams mostly stayed pat, other than a lot of the contender teams. Like, they had the trades to, like, Boston picked up Ken Straps. You know, CP3 went over where to Golden State. Right? So a lot of the big major moves and the big players, they just went from one good team to another good team, or a team that was even better. So a lot of the people that a lot of teams picked up on was those minimum vets deals, like those little, mid-salary guys, stuff that's not really going to change, it's not really going to impact your rotation. So they got a lot of people, or they're using a lot of their young core to develop internally, and they're probably trying to fix what's, happened in the long term. They did make some coaching changes with some teams.
Okay.
So who I don't think the Rockets are going anywhere, but
you don't think the Rockets are going anywhere, but the Magic are going to be 7 days.
Well, look what they.
But they're in the West.
They're in the West,
right? Let me interject. So I kind of agree with him a little bit.
Oh my God.
And the reason why is because, like he said, a lot of teams have made major changes. The Raptors aren't going to be a factor because Fred VanVleet is gone. Now, but at the same time, you got to worry about Indiana.
Before we get out of this thing y'all just said, y'all gonna tell me the Magic going from where they are to where he said, losing Bobo and signing Admiral Schofield?
Look at what Schofield did, right? Look what he did last.
Look what Bobo did.
Bobo didn't do much.
Oh my God.
He did great work individually. He showcased his skills. He did stuff. Look at his playing time. Most of his playing time came in the first half of the season, right? When the course pieces started getting together, after the point guard started coming back, the shooting guard started coming back, they started getting the rest of their actual people they want to put in the team to work together, his production fell. That's why he was riding the bench the rest. They had no way to use him. He didn't fit. And I think they might be on to something, right? Because look at who the Magic got. They had what? So we had the two centers, right? Mo Bamba, who was a disgrace. Right?
I said trade him years ago.
And then we had Bobo, right? Bobo is not a center.
He's not.
Barely can play power forward.
Hey, nah, you being
barely can play. How many rebounds did this man get?
All right, I'm not gonna act like he a great rebounder, bro. I'm not gonna.
So those are your positions to get the rebounds, to get the blocks, to do the work on the defensive end, and intimidate, right?
I hear you on that.
They do that.
He could be a lot better than that.
He's none of that.
He's a shot blocker.
Shot blocking what?
Shots?
Not when he's trying to hustle all the way out there. He can get there just a second too short. His long legs can't move like that.
He can't move like.
Did you know? Wait. First of all, did you know? Right. The reason he left Denver and the reason Denver didn't want him because he was an avid chain smoker and he didn't put in the work ethic that he needed to. Who got that out of him? Orlando did. They changed his whole routine. But once they seen what his potential probably was, they decided they can't do nothing with it. So they're gonna move on from it. It doesn't fit long term.
So you saying they saw he had potential and realized they can't fit him in
not
rotation?
not with Franz playing as well as he's playing. Not with Paulo finna take another step.
Wendell Carter's not better than Ball.
But Wendell Carter fits better with them. You fit over talent. That's what you're looking for. Look at the long term plan. Jeff Weltman in his interviews
I knew this was gonna happen.
said what? I'm looking something that we can build on. We can do it down the line. I'm not looking, and you gotta look where he's coming from too, because he got the owners in his ear, he has the fans in his ear, and he has the players. I'm looking on something we can build on where it's going to be affordable, where we can keep our pieces internally, do something like the Golden State Warriors did, but get more pieces and have it, and build it that way. Why does everybody have to go and get a superstar? Why does everybody have to go and get the next best free agent at the time? Going back to Admiral Schofield, what's his frame?
It's like 6'9", 240.
No, he's not 6'9".
What is he, 6'7"?
He's 6'5". Who else is 6'5"?
Oh my God. So that's worse.
Yeah, but who else is 6'5" in the NBA that kind of plays like him?
6'5" at the power forward position?
Well, I don't think he's gonna be used as a power forward position.
Where the heck is he?
I think he's gonna go and they're gonna use him either at the shooting guard or small forward.
So we didn't have minutes at power forward and center for Bol, but we have minutes with Markel,
Because
Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black, Jet Howard.
Just let me continue.
Huh?
I'm trying to go somewhere with it. Let me continue. So
Yeah,
who else has
please,
that frame?
please.
Who else has that frame, right?
Please. Well, I don't know.
James Harden.
I was about to say that.
Okay, James Harden. does
James
have that.
Harden had that frame. He's not as prolific shooter as James Harden, but he's a good shooter. When he came out of college, he was known for his shooting. He's known for that dog. He gets beat up all the time, like a lot of the Magic players do. If he starts getting those James Harden calls, right, you have your James Harden. Right?
Oh,
If you
Admiral Schofield?
I'm just saying, you're getting players with that archetype. And you're
He's
trying
on
to
a
put,
two-way contract.
yeah, but they can call him up if he needs to, right? If they decide they don't want to keep him, but if
let
they
a permanent roster spot all go.
so
He's on a two-way contract, guy. Could have traded Bo or something.
so
People wanted him.
who
He's on a
took
contending
Bobo's
team now.
spot, right? Who took
Admiral Schofield. No. Actually, no. We had the Jet Howard. If we want to say the
Yeah.
rookies, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Jet.
So your first round pick.
Yeah.
Okay then.
You
so
all
what's
know
wrong
how
with
I feel.
that? Huh?
You know how I feel.
So you got rid of the first round pick, saying that you need shooting somebody who can shoot at a high clip. Now he's not there.
No. I would have chose Grady Dick. Like you said we should have.
Yeah, I said we should have, but they didn't go that route. But I've looked at some Jet Howard's clips. I see
Hey,
what potential
I like
could be.
it.
I don't know what Grady. I didn't see what Grady did. Did he play in summer league?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
How good was it?
Great. He had like 26 and 2 and 4. I think he played like 2 or 3 games. I'm not
And
sure.
what team is on?
Toronto.
Oh, he's on Toronto.
Yes.
Yeah, that nigga ain't shooting like that.
Oh my God, bro. They don't have Fred
He
Van
can.
Fleet no more, bro.
They don't have Fred.
They don't have Fred Van Fleet no more.
That's gonna be who's that?
So it's him and Scotty Barnes.
Scotty
bro.
Barnes. But they was
Him and
naming Scotty Barnes' name. Who's to say? And they got Pascal trying to go too.
He's not trying to go.
He's not trying to go, but they're
Pascal
dangling.
They
him.
going to trade
So
him.
that's what I'm saying. That team is a moment away from falling apart.
Yeah, but
It's
they
a
team it, but
So
Grady-
why would yeah, he can go there. Remember there's such thing called empty stats in the NBA where you go to these teams.
I know, I watched the Magic. Every game is empty
Right.
stats.
Yes.
I watched the Orlando
Yes.
Magic, yes. I know.
So that's
Okay,
essentially
so-
gonna be what he's gonna do.
Okay, so you feel like the Magic's going to be 6, 7, seed at the lower range. I don't think they'll be that far. I think they'll be play-in because I think that the leaps that a couple other teams have made.
So let's look at the standings,
I'm trying
right?
to figure out how
Let's
y'all
look
get
at-
into the playoffs.
Let's look at the
I think
last year's
they'll be-
standings. Look
I
at the
think-
last year's
I think
standings,
they'll
right?
be play-in, and the reason why I think they'll be play-in is because I don't think Boston's going to be as good as they were.
I hope y'all right.
So there's
My God.
Let me finish.
Oh well, I'm finished.
I don't think Boston is going to be as good. I think paying them guys that much money takes a risk, and they can't carry it. You know, they've shown it.
JB contract, does
Yeah,
it kick in next year?
I
The
thought it did.
extension kicks in next year, right?
But either way, they ain't got nobody because they got to pay one of them.
Brockman's gone, right?
They got rid of Brogdon. You know what I'm saying?
Smart's gone.
Smart's gone.
I don't think they're going to be as good
And
as
they
they are
got rid
last
of,
year. But I don't think they fall in the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they'll be as good.
You think they can get
We have to
Damian
take
Lillard?
out a playoff.
They won't get
We have to
Damian.
take a playoff team out to put the Magic in. That's
Okay.
where I'm like,
I don't
who
think
are
the
we
Bulls.
taking
I don't
out?
think the Bulls,
Bulls aren't
gonna
gonna
make
be
the
there.
Bulls.
Bulls are in
The
the
Nets.
playoffs. That's fair.
The
Nets.
Bulls,
That's
That's fair.
The Bulls,
Bulls
the
and Nets.
Raptors was in there,
The Raptors.
and
won.
they was and Magic was
In the
with them.
play-in?
Yep.
That's very
The
fair.
only
Y'all
t-
could be right about
The
that.
Knicks just traded one of the big guy for his brother or something like that. He left and went to Detroit, but they signed his brother. The dunker. He was in the dunk contest.
Obi?
Yes, they signed his brother,
Okay.
and then he went to
Indiana.
Detroit. He went to Detroit.
Oh, I thought you went to Indiana.
I think he went to Detroit.
Okay.
Now I think Indiana will be in the playoffs. That's
Tyrese
But they were
Halliburton.
right there. So look, so with the standings, right?
Yeah.
The Magic last year, the Magic was what number? They were the last team to fall out actually, and they did a tank job on that for the last couple of games because they should have beat. I think the Pacers was before them, and it was another team that was right before them. Was it the Wizards?
I think
No.
at the time they had a hot streak with Kuzma and yeah.
Yeah. So they were like they technically should have been the number 11 seed,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They kept up. They had that search with the Bulls. They was doing great matchups. Not matchup with the Bulls. The Heat. The Heat games was competitive.
very
The Magic
competitive.
Heat games, all three of their games was
Right.
They
competitive.
never blow us out though.
But think the first game they lost by a point for Jimmy Butler, right?
Yeah.
And then the second one they made the statement. The third one they just ran out of gas,
Yeah.
right?
Young and
But-
other guys. Yeah.
Look at a lot of their losses too this year. 1, 2, 3-point losses. Very games that you could just flip over and say, yeah, if they win it. For instance, Jokic hit the buzzer beater in Denver. The crust they shows, right?
Yeah. It was very crushing. That hurt.
I'm saying
It
like
hurt a lot.
internally they have a lot of the pieces there to where they can do it, especially when they've been so competitive, they've been so tight. That first half of the season messed them up when they were on that 5-20 start. So you convert at least 7 of those, take away the tanking of the last 5 games. They're essentially a 6-7 seed last year.
Rebuttal?
You know what? You make a lot of good points about last year.
Let's make good
You
points.
make a lot of good points about it. This is my disconnect. No, this is my disconnect. When I look at our team, one of the 2 players, Franz and Paolo, have to take an all-star leap to do what y'all are saying.
Franz should have arguably been voted in on the All-Star game when he was playing high.
Yeah, you need more than a hot streak to make an all-star game.
Paulo didn't do it because he was a rookie.
That's true. I'm
So
saying who does it?
All-Star
I
elite,
want
like
hope.
what's
Okay.
All-Star elite? Like
So now that
if
we've
they were already
established
playing the,
what your expectation is, your expectation is playoffs. My question for you now is, who on our team is taking this leap that we need?
Paulo's gonna take
Paolo.
he's gonna,
Paolo is going to be the second-year savior.
no, I'm not saying I said he's gonna take a leap.
He'll take a lead.
I think-
get him into the playoffs.
Folks, you can see the fight in him.
And
I
Fultz,
think, and he's angry
I
enough
love
to.
Fultz.
Folks, and you saw his
Fultz has the
gameplay.
potential.
He's
He
angry
has
enough.
the game. He has been
Angry
playing
enough to come in
great.
and make an impact with a full team that he can lead.
He's been my favorite point
He's
guard
gonna
since
take.
Jameer
He's gonna
Nelson.
take that off.
He's been my favorite point guard since Jameer Nelson.
Cole
I
Anthony.
love him. Oh,
he
Cole
just-
Anthony's my,
he
that's
just-
my favorite player right now.
He
I love
just
Cole.
ready.
I love
He just
Cole.
ready. They want him. They just. It's pretty much like I have a foaming dog on the leash.
Yeah.
And he ready.
We
He just
got a
like,
dog.
come on, like let us
I
go.
need somebody to be him.
The question.
Somebody.
The question is not if we have those, because those people are going to come. Franz, the folks, the Blancheros, right?
Yeah.
It's center. We don't have that center that we need.
I think we had a talented
Every
person we
good
could
team,
let
every
develop,
good
but
team
we
has
never
had
go to the Suns.
at least a solid starter center, and I don't think Wendell is that.
Yeah. I think Bo is.
And that's what I preached. I said we need to get.
So,
I think Bo is.
so without the center, you still think they're a 6-7 seed?
Because we
without
haven't
the
fixed
center,
this problem in 10 years. Yeah.
I think because they have the center, I don't think they'll get past a 6th or a 7th seed. I think the center position is what's going to kill us. And there's rumors that they're trying to put Paulo in to play center. They might put a little Isaac in there to play center.
Isaac can't walk straight.
We know
he can't play.
But look at his contract.
His
contract, if he ain't playing how he's supposed to be, by December 31st, $7 million, cut ties, we don't need to resign him anymore.
Why didn't we just trade him 3 years ago when he had value?
So
he still has a lot of value. He still has a lot of potential.
So
if he can stay healthy. So this is what the Magic do, right? We're the puppy mill of the NBA.
No,
right?
we're the dumpster of the NBA.
No, we are the puppy mill. JJ Redick had an outstanding career. Tracy McGrady had an outstanding.
We are the flourishes when we leave.
O'Neal,
we know.
We are the puppy mill of the NBA.
Shout out Aaron Gordon, NBA champion.
He sucked too. But but what did he need? He needed a MVP level starter, right?
No, he just needed a decent team.
Yeah.
No. Jokic carried that.
He guarded every single.
Jokic
he guarded
and
every
Murray.
single superstar
Jokic
in
and
every
Murray.
single series.
Gordon played a big part of that championship run.
So what did he do for the Magic? He guarded every single superstar. But what happened? What happened with him?
Who was he playing with? Alfred Payton and Oladipo.
Yeah, but he took himself in pride. But then what? His downfall with the Magic was, one, he liked the glam, he liked the sun, he liked the light.
That's not a downfall.
I'm just saying, like, he liked that, right? Yeah. But he started taking silly shots. He didn't do the right plays. Who did they get to do playmaking for him? Jokic and Murray. Once he ain't have to worry about that, like you said, he can fly and he can dunk and he can do what he's best at.
But
that's true.
He was never the number one option, though.
Yeah, they never gave him the keys to let him do that.
He had the keys the whole.
No. When he first got there, it was him, Alfred, and Oladipo. They let Alfred Payton. He was on the triple.
But they're all first round picks, though.
Yeah,
so you have to let that level out.
No. But you have to make sure that you provide the environment for your talent to flourish. Aaron Gordon was a high-flying, defending machine, and we did not do what was necessary to make that flourish. We had a baby Kawhi Leonard, and we didn't develop him. Kawhi Leonard couldn't shoot. He was known for rebounds at San Diego State. They really got him, fixed his shot, and made him into a player. We didn't do that with Aaron. We just threw him out there and said, go get him.
So,
okay. We didn't do that with him.
So, this is the thing, right? My point is he had to go to another team. You're saying give him the keys and go. That means it's Aaron Gordon's team.
We don't
at that
let
point,
people make mistakes.
I don't think Aaron Gordon would not. If Aaron Gordon was still on the team and we gave him the keys to stay, would the Magic win a championship?
Not today, but if we would have started that foundation when he got drafted, yes. He would be a top player on our team. At least second or third option on our team.
But you complain yourself about being a 7 or 8 seed and staying in purgatory.
Everybody's not going to be the superstar. Aaron Gordon being a second or third
that,
star with someone else who's
but
the
who
top
are we going to get?
Who are we going to get?
Who would we get? Remember, you said
we got Paulo now.
You said it yourself though, right?
You talking about Aaron Gordon? We had Aaron Gordon now, right?
No, I'm saying like before.
Okay.
If you're saying that nobody wants to come to Orlando, right?
Facts.
So who are you going to get? So we're
planning to build through the draft, right? That's what we always do, right? We've gotten Jalen Suggs and Paolo Banchero in the last.
We wouldn't if we. So
one of those people from the Nuggets, and that's what we just got with Jay Howard.
No, Nuggets pick hasn't even come out yet. That comes in 2025.
So how we get the second pick this year? Oh, the Bulls?
That's the Bulls.
Okay,
Bulls. That's from the Wendell Carter trade.
So
we stole on Franz.
Gotcha.
And we stole on their second pick.
Gotcha.
Because they were betting on themselves to be better than what they is.
Right.
That's what made that whole thing work out.
That makes more sense. Right. So we had the Bulls. So the Nuggets pick hasn't come up yet, thank God, because they're still too good for it to matter what pick we get from them. So maybe if they sorry in a couple of years, what is it, 25 we get that pick?
Yeah, 25. So at some point, right?
Yeah.
And this is what they get on the OKC about, right? At some point, you can keep getting all these picks, but you're going to have to choose what direction you want to go to and who you want to pay the money to. Who you got
to move the purple chips in the middle of the
They have to move because even though they got all them chips, they're going to have to get rid of them because with the new CBA, they can't afford it.
So, and you can only have so many rookies, right? Because they still need to develop. Everybody got to learn the game.
As their players grow, they're going to have to ship out some of them.
So this is where the Magic are. This is where they are in their development. They still got the picks. Remember? I say you got 4.
You still keep
but
3 of them.
Who's coming up in their contract extensions? Folks is going to come on both
yeah,
ways.
Folks is
If you want to pay Anthony, if you don't chip Anthony out, you're going to want to pay Anthony because Anthony is going to be.
He's getting traded. I said that on draft night on the pod. Like, soon as we drafted Jet Howard, that was it for Cole. Cole's gone. Cole's getting traded.
I don't believe not Jet
Howard.
I love
Cole.
Jet Howard's not on the Cole level.
No, but I'm not saying because I'm not saying he's better than Cole. What I'm saying is they drafted Anthony Black. He's gonna be the other ball handler with Markelle Fultz, and they have the shooter they needed. Jet. That in the guard world, that means one of your guards gotta go.
But that would
process of elimination is
no, because this is what it would do. It would free Cole to shoot and be that 3-level scorer.
But what position is he gonna play?
Shooting guard. You're gonna have an undersized shooting guard because you know what mix up. You just switch up defensive assignments. Anthony Black is 6'7".
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
He can play 1 through 3.
Oh no.
1 through 3 on defensive assignments, right?
Mm-hmm.
But look at the consistency. Now you consistently have a playmaker at every
Yeah,
position.
we should never not have playmaking on the floor at this point.
You have Franz, you have Paulo, you have Wendell, who's technically a playmaker. You have Fultz, and then you still have your backup playmaker with Anthony and Black. So, no matter what team it is, you're going to have consistently playmakers, somebody to run your tempo and run your offense to do whatever you need to do. And then, like I said, you can switch them because they're so versatile. Look at the players they got. They're all, the shortest player on the team right now is Cole Anthony, 6'3". Mm-hmm. The tallest player on your team is 6'11". But they all have long wingspans. They all have good verts. They all are quick on their feet. They can shift.
Yeah. I have never had a problem with our defense.
You just got to address the shooting, right?
Yeah.
Joe Ingles.
So,
mentor.
And that brings
I'm out the way.
And that brings me to this. What about the Orlando Magic have made you believe that any of this will matter?
I think the Joe Ingles contract, because they said they needed veteran leadership, and that's what they were going for. And because of the new CBA, and they had to use that cap space anyways, because if they didn't meet the salary cap, they was going to get penalized anyways for it, because you can get penalized now for being under it. You might as well spend him. You bring him on that 1-year contract. He's broken. He's recovering from an ACL injury. Not really proven. Didn't get many minutes last year to do whatever he needed to do. But it's a team option, so they can cut him. It would make them desirable if they want to trade him and package him up with that deal. Another team who may have made a bad decision, if they can package him up, they can say, hey, well, we got this guy on a $13 million contract next year. You can just do it. We'll trade him over to you. You can just cut him. He come off your books. But what he does for the young people, right for him. This is how people are going to come at you when they get in your face. This is how you're going to make more corner shots. This is how you're going to do these spot-up shots. And you use that veteran. He's there to be a coach on the bench. What other shooters was available this free agency that didn't want to get super paid and didn't want long-term contracts that wasn't going to eat into your developmental time of your younger players, right? What other players was there?
Isaiah Joe, Isaiah Todd. There's a lot. And shooting is everywhere. It's everywhere. Like you can go outside and find someone to shoot the ball. Like I can see somebody across the fence that can shoot. Literally, they could have signed anybody to be a shooter, and I wouldn't have thrown through a wall the way I did.
What about a role model? What about off-the-court role model?
Who is he role model for?
How does he carry
Play
himself?
for the Jets.
I said, how does he carry himself?
How?
If you got a whole bunch
He's a jokester. That's all he is, a prankster.
If you got a whole bunch of young people,
he's
how
the weird Australian that makes the locker room light. That's who he is. He's not a leader.
They need that when they got a lot of pressure?
No, we already cool. We got a bunch of dogs and they all like each other on that team. We don't need him coming in there.
Hey, everybody
taking up space.
He's
out of shape. He has an ACL injury.
You don't have. He's not going to play like that. He's going to teach them how to shoot.
He can't.
How to use the form. He can still jump. He can still go and he can teach them the fundamentals. What are you talking about? And he ain't gonna eat up nobody's playing time, so he's not gonna get in the way of development. Because I guarantee you, if you get one of those players and you bring them in free agency, and he's like, oh, I'll get Isaiah Todd. Ah, man, they're losing. This man ate up all their development time. That's what I'm talking about, Eddie. That's what I'm talking about, Eddie.
You asked me a question, right?
I'm just going to
you asked me the question about what other shooters were available. And you were just telling me how we have to now make sure we meet the threshold for the salary cap, correct?
That's
Why?
one. That
Why?
was one.
Why?
Listen
No.
to it.
I haven't finished the question.
Mhm.
The question is, after saying that, if we needed to spend money, why do we not go offer Cam Johnson at the Nets an absurd amount of money that the Nets will refuse to pay him? And get the best premier shooter who also plays defense, who's 6'9", who can play power forward since you let Ball go. Why did we not go sign Cam Johnson?
And how much?
Why did we start out?
How much
We
would we
started
sign him
free
for?
agency signing Joe Ingles.
How much would we sign him for? And what's the
Whatever
last-
it takes, because who else are we
And
paying
so
right
if
now?
everything fails,
Who else are we
because
paying
you're
right
not
now?
looking at the
Who
long-term
else are we
future.
paying
What
right
did I say? We
We're
have
not paying Gallo for
extensions.
3 more years.
We got extensions
We're not paying
coming
Gallo
up
for
for
3 more
players.
years.
Let me get my phone out.
We're not paying
'Cause I
Gallo
can
for
look at
3
this-
more years.
Have you looked at the salary figure? Have you
I
looked at
have.
it? Okay.
I have.
Hold on. 'Cause
You know who's
you
taking a chunk of it? Gary Harris at $20 million. You know who wants him? You. Why?
I don't
Because
know.
of leadership
Not like
and
that.
shooting. The same stuff you're seeing
This
Joe
nigga
Ingles
out.
gonna bring right.
Hey,
And
hold
what
on.
Gary Harris
Man,
did wrong?
Why you attacking me
How
while I'm
much
trying to
shoot-
look?
how much
Why you
shoot
attacking me
you
while I'm
have,
trying to
bro?
look at the phone?
No,
Is
no,
it just me?
no,
Like,
no.
I'm trying to look
You
at
told me last year Gary Harris was gonna provide the same thing you told me Joe
He
Ingles
did
was gonna
excellent
provide.
at shooting.
So
Did
how
you
much
look at his
shooting?
numbers last
How
year?
much shooting and
Did
leadership
you
he
look-
provide for
Hey,
20
did you
million
look at
last
his
year?
numbers last year? He shot better than a lot of the NBA now.
How many minutes? How many minutes though? How many minutes Gary Harris played?
Oh, can I look at the salary first?
Yeah,
And let me
do all
get
that.
there.
Do all that.
Let me get to
Do
the
all that.
salary explanation,
Because
and then
what
we
you're
can get
telling
into the
me-
minutes.
What you're
and
telling me
stuff.
about Joe Ingles, it's the same thing you told me about Gary Harris getting $20 million last year when I said he should have been traded years ago. But you said, no, he's a vet. He can shoot. He can show our guys how to be professional.
Alright, so give him a chance to look up.
Yes,
So,
please.
Folks
I'm
is making $17 million this year, right?
Yeah, deserve it.
So you might can get him to take a pay cut.
No,
Maybe you might,
no,
but he's coming up on an extension, right?
yeah.
Gary Harris, he has $13 million this year. That's not a bad contract. $13 million compared
That's
to the rest.
better than 20.
Hmm?
Better than 20, you're right.
Yeah, it's $13 million.
Right.
He's not slated to come back.
He
next
needs to
year.
be gone.
He probably will be
He
gone.
needs to be gone now.
He probably no. I
He
wouldn't
needs
say
to be
that.
gone right now.
I wouldn't say that.
If you're telling me Joe Ingles is the guy,
I'm not
that's
saying
gonna
that.
do
Joe
what he
Ingles
does.
only gets paid $11 million.
Shit, why?
with a team
But
option.
why? But why?
And then you still got to pick up because remember, Paulo's he was number 1 pick, so his salary goes up each year.
Yeah.
They're gonna pick up his extension. It'll jump from the last year was like 10 million. It's 11 million something this year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 12 million this year. Then 2025, 15, and then you know he's gonna demand a max contract. So yeah,
Exactly.
3 years. Yep.
So you
But-
sign Cam Johnson for 3 to 4 years before you pay Powell.
But wait, we're looking at the whole team.
I
I'm
am.
looking at the whole team. I'm looking at stuff.
Yeah.
We got Mo Wagner. He's back on another tryout here. Keep Franz happy, right?
That's true. Got to keep Franz happy. You right.
So, and it's only $8 million, but it's a team option next year, so it's a
I'll
good
take
chance he
$8
can
million.
go.
I'll take $8 million from Mo. There's no
Jalen
problem.
Suggs, do we want to bring him back or not?
I do, but I understand
So
that
what?
they
What's that gonna be worth? That's what I'm saying. Look at
Jalen?
stuff like that. Cole Anthony, you gotta decide. Do you want to bring him back or
I
not?
already said I
You're
think
probably
he
gonna
should.
ship Okiki
Yeah, sure. Schumann gone.
right?
Schumann gone. You good.
Goga's done it this season. He's only making $2 million this year. You guys see if Caleb Houston, if you really want to keep him.
Yeah, he
develop
still got a lot to prove.
So, and then the rest of these salaries they go off in 2025. So the thing is, who are you going to pay? Like, yes, you can bring in Cam Johnson, but that's going to affect somebody's money. That's going to affect somebody's money like folks. If I want money,
Cam Johnson is better than
But-
everybody on our team except
So-
Franz, Paolo, and possibly Jalen.
how much is Cam Johnson getting paid? What's his salary?
What you getting paid now?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm over 20-something million.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but if you
He
get
has
rid
to
of
be-
Gary Harris and Joe
he has to
Ingles,
be
who are
that person.
pointless, you go ahead, you have that money. You have that money, you get rid of the pointless 5 people that we signed. We got
He's
dead
a
weight on the
2000.
bench.
He's a 2027 free agency, and
Mhm.
$23 million, $23.5 million a year contract.
That's a bargain.
That's
When we
not-
not paying nobody else on our team.
For the next 4 years, when you're gonna start kicking in those contracts with
We're
Paulo
only,
and them,
the only person that the only two people that we're going to be signing for big money are Franz and Paulo. Anybody else who's gonna want far over market value is getting shipped out. This is the Orlando Magic you're
Yeah,
talking
no,
about, Eddie.
no, I think
This is
that-
the Orlando Magic you're talking about.
that's the old ways.
What has shown you that it's gonna be a different way?
New GMs, new staff, new front office.
They not new. They're
and,
not new.
and honestly, for the Vols, the main people with
Oh God.
the main people with the Vols, I mean, they have gone on to see better things. Bless their soul.
I know. God
But-
bless y'all.
But I'm saying, like, now it's a different mindset. Even though it's the same person in name,
Yeah.
people are different.
Same person.
Just like,
Same CEO.
just like if something was happening to me, right?
Yeah.
My kids would have a different vision. They just have the assets to it. I don't know. But still, you still got Jeff Weltman.
They not new. It's my problem with the whole thing. Because what you're saying sounds great for a team that has shown you direction and promise. We are discussing the Orlando Magic.
So are we really? So when we settle on this rebuild, right?
Which
What-
rebuild?
This is the unfailed rebuild.
So since the White left, it's been what, 10 years? There's been the Alfred Payton and them rebuild. There's been the Vucevic rebuild.
And if
now
you look
there's
at
the
those,
Powell
they were.
rebuild.
Look at those people, right? Let's go back to the
All we
draft
know how to do is tear it down. We know how to tear
we
something
didn't
down.
tear it down.
Oh,
We didn't
we
have-
know how to tear it down.
So you gotta look at. So a lot of the stuff with rebuilds, you gotta look at the people, the products and stuff that we get, because the Alfred Payton, you gotta put those pieces together. Victor Oladipo, like, yeah, he was good and he hustled. He was a selfish player. When he used to do in transition down the court and take those shots, that was his show. When you say Aaron Gordon, they gave Victor Oladipo the keys.
Oh,
and
they
he-
gave Victor the keys.
And he drug that to
He
the
drove
ground.
it. Hey, listen, you know why I'm not gonna agree with you that he drove it to the ground? Because he's not a point guard. So why was he playing point guard?
He's playing a combo because that's what drafted. That's what he was drafted as a combo
He
guard.
was drafted as a shooting guard at Indiana.
No, he was a
No,
combo
he was-
guard.
he
When
was a
he
shooting
came
guard.
in, they already knew the role.
He was
for him.
on record saying they put me at point guard. I'm not a point guard. He said it.
Sounds
If it's a
weak.
lie, he said it.
Sound weak to me. I know. If I was playing basketball and we was out there playing on a team or something, they needed me to play a position, then I'm gonna play that position.
He did play it. That don't mean he's gonna be good at something he's not supposed to be good
but
at.
then who they get? They got Alfred Payton, right?
He did.
And so he had
Trash.
that. But no,
He was good and then trash.
Yeah, but he took he gave the playmaking, and he took a lot of stuff off of Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, and
he
you right.
didn't do it.
And Vic, but this is why I can't put it on Vic. So why does he get to Indiana and become an all-star?
Because he's free.
He
That's what
wasn't
I'm
free
saying.
with us?
No, I'm saying, and this is the point with Aaron Gordon. You're free when you have stars and all-stars there to take all that heavy work off you.
He was alone. He got traded for Paul George. Paul George wasn't there.
Who was on
Victor
that
was
team?
by himself. He made the all-star team in Indiana.
Wait,
alone.
let's see.
Alone.
What year was
But
that?
yeah, that is young.
Hold on, what year was he on the team so I can look it up and I can see?
Okay, Pete did. So you talking about on our team.
No, I'm talking about on
Indiana?
Indiana.
They had to be 17, 18, 19, somewhere in that range. Because he went to the Heat by like 2021 or something.
That's after his injury, right?
After his injuries and all that. He was out for like 2 years with injury. So I'm gonna say 17 through 19, maybe he was in there because whenever Paul George was at OKC, that's when he got the Indiana.
Yeah, Glenn Robinson III, DeMonte Sabonis,
Nah.
Al Jefferson, Trevor Booker, Bojan Bogdanovic, Darren Collinson, Corey Joseph, T.J. Leaf, Lance Stevenson,
He made the playoffs.
Miles Turner,
He
Joe
made
Young.
the playoffs.
He had
He
a lot
made
of good players around him.
You named 3 good players.
He had some good players and good stars that played well as a
You
team.
named Miles Turner, a rookie DeMontis Sabonis, and
And Miles Turner was a no-name until
Lance Stevenson.
yeah. Lance wasn't Lance no more. Nah. Lance wasn't Lance.
But he was.
Lance was bouncing around the league and got re-signed by
Bojan
Indiana.
Bogdanovic.
Where is he now?
He's on his way out the league now. Yeah, but he's old. This is what 7 years ago, 7, 8 years ago.
Bruh. Victor Oladipo was the only All-Star.
Al
team that
Jackson
went to the playoffs.
was the vet.
They went to the playoffs.
The East was garbage at that time.
I'm about to say LeBron had to take him out.
LeBron took an empty team to the freaking finals.
Yeah, and
I'm just saying.
But
in conclusion, with this Orlando Magic.
Yeah, that's right.
Orlando Magic. I just want to know, because we do this yearly. Put a number on it. What's the record?
Oh, I thought you were talking about money.
No, what's the record? What's the record?
He said, hey, bet y'all
I ain't betting you. I'm saying, what's the record for the Magic this year?
I think the Magic, what were they, 34 this year? I think they're going to be 44 to 47.
So
wins.
they
40,
are going to almost be a 50-win team.
Yep, close. Depending on how everything will work out. 44 to 47. I think they can do that. That's only what, 12 more games?
I hope you're right.
That's them toss-up games.
And
right?
this is sounding like a hater. I ain't going to say what I'm thinking.
No, go ahead. Say what you're
Nope.
thinking.
Nope. Because I have low expectations.
Yeah,
I
that's the
feel
problem.
like, yeah, you're right.
That's the
You're
problem.
right. I've been scarred for 30 plus years. by
Hey,
this.
you know, in the Navy, they had a Nick pun, and good guy,
What?
but the sailors took the heart and they switched his word and he said, well, maybe you should lower your standards. And he did that as a joke. And they took it to heart, right?
Imagine.
But what he was saying is, if you keep high standards, everything will work out and it'll develop. So don't lower your standards and don't have low standards.
Oh, I have high standards.
Then keep them that way.
Oh, I do.
But I'm just saying from like where they was as many games and close games. I want to say,
Hey,
Let's go.
hey.
Sorry.
No, y'all do.
Come on.
Hey.
man,
Drake.
Come on. But yeah,
but I want to say they probably had. I want to say they probably had like 15, 16 games that they lost by a point. I want to say under 5 points, they probably lost about 30 games under 5.
you know
right?
what?
You put that with the development and with them everybody taking another step. I think they can get over that 12 game.
You convinced me. I'm gonna put us at 40 wins. You know why I'm gonna put us at
I was
40?
thinking 39, 42.
I was gonna say 40 wins. By the simple fact that you told by telling me about, you know, the 15, 16 plus games that we lost by narrow victories, I'm going to trust in someone that you don't trust. I trust Jamal Mosley to be able to finish these games.
I never said I didn't trust
You
Jamal.
said to fire Jamal last year. You said he need to go.
Yeah, because he wasn't coaching.
He
He
was his
wasn't.
first year.
This is his second year.
Oh, that's tomato tomato.
And he's been coaching on the sidelines forever. But I know his strategy.
Uh-huh.
He didn't do a lot of challenge calls and stuff because he wanted them to work it out. Y'all make the mistakes. Y'all put yourself in this position, right?
Well, I believe he's going to learn from
So
his
that's
mistakes, and I believe
think,
our head coach.
I think he did a good.
So we come to a consensus. You think they're gonna make up about 12 games? So you say about 47.
I'm gonna say
I say 44 to
47.
47.
And I'm gonna
44 to
say
47.
36 to 40, just give and take injuries.
Okay. I'm okay.
That's what I'm gonna say.
All right.
And it's on wax, so everybody going back on
And
it.
guess what? And guess what? Even if they get to the 40, guess where that puts them? 6 or 7.
No, it
Or
don't.
not 6, 7, 7 to 8.
The East is better
7
this
to
year.
8.
The
7
Celtics
to 8.
aren't, but the East is better.
But yeah, everybody's better.
Well, actually,
so that
the
means
Bucks
there's
are
gonna be
not
more.
better. Wait a
The
minute.
Bucks are the same. They signed all their players, but there won't be any. You know, they kept everybody.
So remember,
got their
the
money,
Paul
and
Arians
that
there
does
too.
make a
The
difference.
Paul Arians there too.
That
So
does
that
make a
means
difference
it's
when you're worried about your money. That does make a difference how you play. And for Middleton, that could have been a factor for him during the year as far as I don't know if they're going to keep me or not. Brook Lopez, everybody knew he was going to get paid. And just where he was going to get paid. Yeah. And they signed him, which I'm still pissed about.
Don't be bad. Golden State love being 6'9" and under.
That's crazy. I ain't even going to get, we ain't even talking about my team.
Oh, don't worry.
But
next pod going to be Golden State, Miami Heat.
I'm going to wear a jersey just to go on.
Phoenix Suns.
and you brought up a good point.
Mm-hmm.
This season hasn't been like a season that we've had in a long time where every team is fighting tooth and nail, right?
Yeah.
That's going to continue. There's so many free agents that ain't got no jobs right now because the NBA has gotten so good and so over-talented.
I won't say that. What I will say is the contract issues that they have. They can't pay everybody, and now they've nixed it so everybody can't get paid. So it's going to be a whole bunch of free agents, people sitting out there because they're going to be saying, well, if you want to play, you're going to take this. Not you come to us and tell us what you
Well,
want.
it never should have been about the money like that anyway. Like, these are some ridiculous contracts.
It was the only
Especially,
way. It was the only way to level, in their opinion, to level the playing field, because
which is a good. I think that's great.
well, yes and no, because you got to spend money to make money.
Right.
Golden State spent and paid the luxury tax for years in order for them to be at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, and
And
that's
all
what.
teams did, instead of copying and doing what they were doing, they complained. This CBA had a
No.
See, that's the thing. You seeing it through the lens of a Golden State fan. Take it from a Magic fan who's been sorry as hell and watched everybody succeed. This is just y'all's version of LA. They got y'all back for dominating the league, just the way they did the Lakers. They got the Lakers back with the Lamar Odom thing and the CBA. They got the Miami Heat back when they had the lockout in 2010 or whatever, and they came back. They thought they got them back.
But see, at that time, you didn't have to sign like how they signed.
But that's what I'm saying. It was different back then.
Yeah.
Y'all adapted to the way it is now, and now that y'all have run rush shop or everybody, they're like, we gotta change it again now, because now y'all done did it.
But
what
see,
they did.
But see, now you have to sign like how New Orleans signed Zion to $100 million deal, and he never played more than 10 games. That type of stuff. You know, they didn't have to do that.
They did not.
Now everybody has to sign.
This is
and
what
that puts everybody in a hole, because now you're going to have a long list of free agents out there because they're expecting to get paid, or they want to get paid a certain amount. They're going to be like,
They're going to take this
This
money
is what
and
I'm
go
saying.
home.
This is what I'm saying. I like my job, right?
Mm-hmm.
I work very hard at my job.
Fact.
I have to, no matter what, I have to be the best at my job to do it.
Whatever
Even with whatever they pay me, right?
Right.
So if I really have a passion, I really love the game, and this is really what I want. I mean, millions of dollars ain't little chump change.
It's not.
Especially with all the endorsements. Shoot, LSU female type.
Yeah.
She's making money off of endorsements.
She's making more money than a lot of the down.
So you can still do it, but if you really have that passion and you really want to go out there and win it, I think everybody should want to go and compete at the highest level and win the championship. And the money on the side is just a benefactor.
I hear you on that.
I think
But you got families and goals and vacations you need
these
to take.
cats trying to get their money for
They need their money.
then
And
they
they deserve, no, here's the thing, they
they're in the
deserve
wrong
their
field
money.
then.
No, they're not in the wrong field, Eddie, because if you want to just play for the love of the game, you can go to the Y. They're
But
in the entertainment.
the reason
They're in the entertainment
the
business.
reason they got that is off the backs of the previous players that did these CBAs that helped them get these endorsement
Yeah,
deals, that helped they do all that
everybody
stuff.
makes it better for the next generation.
Yes.
If you want to play for the love of the game, go to the Y.
So
this
then
is the
put
NBA.
the same blood, sweat, and
This
tears.
is the NBA.
Put the same blood, sweat, and tears the previous generation did for you.
We're not in their shoes. So
They're
we
not
can't
in
say.
there. No.
So
How?
I can
Well,
tell you firsthand.
You want them to climb a mountain that's not there? They don't have to
I
climb
can tell
it.
you firsthand. They trying to get their money first.
Yeah.
Championship comes second.
You want these players to climb a mountain they don't have to climb. They don't have to climb the mountain that they had to climb in the 90s.
No.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So now they get their
Before
money.
you had- before
Right.
you had to prove
Just like
yourself
with
to get-
life, right?
This is entertainment.
Yeah, just like with kids and stuff, right?
Before
The
you
same
had
thing.
to prove yourself.
Generational wealth, right?
Yeah, you had to prove
You had to
yourself.
prove-
The
you
league
don't
was in a
have to
different
do that.
place.
You just have to last on the team.
Yeah.
If you last long enough on
Time
the
to
team,
change.
you're gonna get a good check.
And you do
And
that
that's
and you
what they
get
wait
bad product, bad quality.
But
Yeah,
some of
but
these
you know
teams
what?
don't
And when
care.
it's exposed, that's when the wheel comes back around to
That's-
hard work.
Yeah. It'll
So you are at the height of the player entitlement. Now I'll say it. Player freedom is great. It's borderline player entitlement now. And
Look at James
it's
Harden.
a bunch of little boys who who ain't never been told, hey, no, that's not a foul. Just play through it. They ain't never been told that they had to go through adversity. This is the AAU area to its fullest, bro.
Yeah.
But when you got teams like the Nuggets who stay together and they win, the Warriors who stay together and they win, and stuff like that, you start seeing the wheel change to back to hard work wins.
And
You
then-
got Giannis working his tail off to win. If Luka start working his tail off and get successful, like you starting to see the trend of hard work paying off in the league again.
And then, like I say too, another thing is they're
Facts.
like, as much as we should have probably did better in our finals run, because we've gotten to the finals twice. We've gotten to the Eastern
Whole
Conference
nother
Finals
podcast.
five, 6 times. Magic's still young. They were they were an expansion team, still young, and they have had great success over their 35-year span.
Good success.
35-year span, finals twice, Eastern Conference Finals 5 times.
We've been to the finals twice and we've only won 2 games. Total.
With young players,
Anyway,
with first and second year players.
this has been
Shaq and Dwight, first and second year players.
Dwight was in the league for 6 years.
Or whatever. Young players, still very young, right? I'm just saying, hey, we'll have to get back to that though.
You know, Turkaloos.
We gotta get back to that another time. That's something else for
this
debate.
dude.
Hey, it's your boy Eddie. Look, I
Bro.
can give y'all plenty of content. She don't speak it, but I'll come to you with the facts. I can get this thing up right. Next time I'll have my analytics, I'll get my data, I'll get my laptop. We'll be pulling up.
Oh
I got
my
multiple
God.
guys to go and we can go back and forth with this. We can
Bruh.
make great arguments,
This
great quiz.
dude.
Shout out to HartOfSports.
This dude.
Shout out to HartOfSports.
As y'all know, this has been Ed, the Magic fan. Papa Joe, per usual, it's hard. We got a lot of stuff coming our way. NFL, NBA. Don't worry. It's just a little vacation. I ain't going for good. We're going to talk about teams that matter when we get back to the next podcast. Thank you for joining us on Heart of Sports. We out this thing.